Aloha! Welcome friends and yogis, my name is Nicole Spirit and here we are with day 26 and we get to explore my favorite chakra. This is so exciting, Soul Star Chakra. So we have Puppy Finn, he's just stretching out for everybody here. Little puka dog's up there, she's not quite in the screen. And I must admit, I have the feeling of joy and elation because I just finished recording a beautiful Soul Star Chakra class and I forgot to press record. So here we go again. So it's my great pleasure to try to remember every single wise thing I just said. This class is all about interfacing with your soul. Your Soul Star Chakra is about 1 meter above your head. And it's meant for us to really connect with what our soul is, what our life force is. So let's make our way down to the mat today. Not too much of a vigorous class, just something that we can perhaps feel and expand and just notice what our body is beyond just a physical entity. So when you've arrived on the mat, remember that mindfulness of your breath. And we're going to do just a couple rounds of Rejuvenation breathing, pranayama breathing, which is the long exhale. So we inhale to a count of 4 and we exhale to a count of 8. Good. So when you're in this breath, really just see if you can just let everything go, nothing to do, nowhere to go. And we're going to just think about our connection to our soul. Perhaps we have a really huge and beautiful, strong sense of what our soul is. Perhaps we've never even thought about it. Go on with your long exhale breath. And just ponder that there is an energy center above your head. We have the crown chakra we've talked about. We have the moon chakra above that, the causal we talked about yesterday. And today we're going right up into the Soul Star Chakra. So this is, for a lack of a better description, you connected with your soul and understanding it. And everything that the soul is, that divinity, that wisdom, is also in Soul Chakra. It's a very high frequency, so it's difficult to get to. My way of describing it, it's like a song that a dolphin or an angel might sing, but it's such a high frequency that our physical ears can't hear it. Let's do long inhale breath when you start your next inspiration. So inhale becomes 8 counts now. And then the exhale is for 4. This is Durga Purak, again, a pranayama technique or life force technique where you can control the body by inhaling this long, smooth breath, and then the exhale is much shorter. And I love the reminder that pranayama, breath control, can change how you feel. You can heat yourself up, you can cool yourself down, you can get really excited, you can get really calm. So remember, your breath is your best friend. We can find this connection to our best friend all the time, even if you're by yourself or no matter what you're doing, you're just like, okay, I'm going to check in with how my best friend is today. And this is my joy, reminds me I'm never alone. So remember to connect with something outside of just your thinking mind. Your heart has neurological tissues, and we can bring our awareness into our heart, and we can think about our intention for our class. We can imagine that our soul and our heart and our physical body are all lined up. Our emotions are smooth, and we create a home-based frequency here where we feel really good. And I always love the reminder that for what our physical body goes through our whole life, that our soul remains the same age and frequency, and it likes being all the different ages so that it can basically become more wise all unto itself. Last round, long inhale breath. And then we just come back to a nice smooth 3-part breath. So full yogic breathing, belly rises on inhale, diaphragm expands, lungs fill. And use your imagination, go out the top of your head with your full inhale breath, and then exhale, start to release the lungs, the diaphragm, the belly. And on the full exhale breath, we get a little swoosh of energy going down the legs. And we're perhaps still in our heart center for another couple of moments, just gently thinking about a beautiful symbol that makes you feel very rooted and grounded. It could be a flower, it could be a bird, it could be a crystal. It could be an oracle card, an image. When you see the star, that's one of my tarot cards that I believe represents me. When I see the star in any deck of cards, I get really excited because I remember that there's particles in my body that are made of stars. So your last couple of breaths, just be in your heart, sync up, and ask for, if there's that interface today, to have a little bit more of a connection with your own soul, and in my language, your immortal nature, the part of you that is all-knowing, all-seeing, has the records, the akash of everything that's happened. Good. And then we're just going to gently let that go like a little beautiful bubble. I love when you're blowing bubbles and 2 of them stick together. That's super cool. So just think about this little iridescent bubble that you've floated off, and we're going to come into our physical form now. Always we have this little background thought of our breath and connecting with soul star energy today. And maybe we do and maybe we don't. So let's wiggle the fingers and toes, and then we're going to scrunch and make fists with the hands and the feet. Even scrunch up your facial muscles, tighten up the legs, tighten up the arms. See if you can hold for 1 more count. Tighten, 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 and then release. Breathe normally. Let your body flush with endorphins and feel good energy. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about the thermal shower, the breathing technique that is when we take these big conscious breaths. So we breathe, and then we think about perhaps how we're going to do a cold shower. So this is part of Wim Hof technique, textbook. And then we're going to do the squeeze 1 more time. So inhale, bring up your head, neck, and shoulders, squeeze your fists and hands, tighten your facial muscles, maybe you even draw the knees in, maybe you let the legs hover and tighten through the core. 1 more breath, tighten, tighten, tighten. And then let go and just breathe smoothly here, and I'll gently talk about the thermal shower. This is one of the beautiful ways, keep your breath going, to totally cleanse your body, to also give yourself an immune system boost, and to basically put yourself into what's called the autonomic nervous system. So the part of you that knows how to rest, rejuvenate, balance, sympathetic nervous system versus, sympathetic is go, go, go. Parasympathetic is the rest, repair, and rejuvenate. Good. 1 more breath, nice and smooth. Good. And when we think about a thermal shower, we're going to think about going from hot to cold in the span of our shower, and we end with cold. So bend your knees, lower to the sides. If you're like, no, I'm not going to do that, then maybe you think about pushing yourself away from the ground, coming up to a nice seated position. And today we're going to start with our right leg extended. So if you don't want to do the thermal hot-cold shower, perhaps thinking about the second little ending part of your shower, the last 20-30 seconds, if you can bathe yourself with as cold as water as possible. And trust me, you get like a total endorphin rush. You get this flush going through your body because it's like your body has been challenged to really understand how to live if there's stress, and bring yourself into an equilibrium that's very healthy and happy for you. Right leg extends over right arm over leg, and we're going to take the left arm up and over. Big inhale breath, Exhale, reach your arm over your legs, squeeze into the right side body, and we're going to activate the energy of our liver. Remember to ignite the passionate, the joyful. We release anger and frustration, impatience, and then we're going to come back up. We're going to do a gate variation. Take your left hand to the ground, bring your right arm up and over, and then get this nice long stretch through the right side body. Again, opening liver, releasing irritability, anger, and replacing with that charisma and self-confidence, wisdom, joy. Come back down, good. And then we're just going to do a variation. Bring your chest to the right knee. Big inhale and exhale as we bring the arms down. And again, we're squeezing into liver, gallbladder, but we're doing it in a forward fold. You can reach for your foot. Try not to just crash your head down. See if we can engage the heart coming down first. And maybe we bend the knee. One more breath. When you're wearing rainbow pants, it feels pretty good to walk yourself down there. So then come back up gently, good. We'll switch over the legs. These pants are a scene of my favorite place on earth, other than home and right in the heart. But yeah, North Shore, Kauai, beautiful Honolulu, the land of Honolulu, where the dragons come from. This dragon anyways, the little one. The big one's right there, you can't see her. Arms over the legs. We're going to take a moment, just a lateral bend. Reach your right arm up now and exhale and just right into your side. You're just squeezing now into your stomach and your spleen on the left side. Yes, I did stop to give myself a hug and I squeezed into that stomach and spleen area. And I said, thank you for helping me digest life, to find passion and creativity, and to also release worry and overthinking. Remember that little saying, worry is like sitting in a rocking chair, gives you something to do, but gets you nowhere. Come back up, nice gate variation now, bring your right hand down, and then kick off with that front right knee, bring your left arm up and over. You can keep your hand on your hip. Try little things here. Maybe it's different than something you've done before. Big breath, big life force energy. Good, lower yourself down, and then we'll just do that front forward fold to squeeze into stomach and spleen. Again, to release, sorry, something happening today. Nice tall spine, inhale. So now your chest is facing your toes on the left leg. Your exhale breath, you're gonna lean forwards. Try not to just let your head crash down. You're leading with your heart, your courage. You can reach all the way to the toes. If that's comfortable, you can always bend the knee. And the main thing is have fun, enjoy. You're squeezing into the stomach and you're releasing the worrying part, and you're replacing with your creativity, with your hobbies, with your healthy, happy things that you do in life. And true story, last trip to paradise, Hawaii, ended in 3 weeks of rain, and both my hubby and I getting extremely ill. Right as they were announcing that this big yucky cold was coming around the world, or this you know what's happening. All right, so left leg is extended, and then we're gonna slowly bring ourselves back to center. Good, so let's finish with a nice tall spine. Just take a moment here, breathe. Think about replacing any anger with charisma and good energy, good vibrations, literally positive vibrations. Rub your liver. Left side is the stomach, spleen, and we take away worry and we replace with good recreation. And we look at Metatron's cube on this beautiful shirt, which is sacred geometry to help you visualize your soul. What? So let's come into a squat. Remember your squat position, you've got options. You can come onto the balls of your feet. You can lower down onto your heels. Maybe walk your feet a little wider for that. Maybe open the hips for that. Maybe you sink down through the back side of the body and bring your hands together. So the study of sacred geometry is actually known as Yantra Yoga. And you might be familiar with the Sri Yantra symbol, the overlapping triangles. You might be familiar with the flower of life symbol, the overlapping circles. They're all considered sacred. All of the shapes hold inherent wisdom that is universally true over any space-time continuum. What? For example, a circle isn't a different shape anywhere else. A sphere, a circle is a sphere. It can be bigger or smaller, but it's still a circle. Good. Bring your hands down wherever you are. We're going to slowly bring the back side of the body up and just dangle for a moment. Readjust your feet and stay in a slightly wide leg forward fold. And I love this one because you get that space where you have a different perspective. You can look around underneath your legs, your knees can be bent, and you just let the body hang and dingle and dangle. One more breath. And tingle and tangle. Yesterday I was teaching a little kids yoga session, and I said, let's do dancer pose. And one of the little boys started to dance. So I want you to do dancer. I want you to dance. Okay, maybe I'm not dancing right now, but run on the spot, move around, dance. This is your moment to dance. And I guess it would be really weird if we didn't do dancer next. Dance. I can't tell you how weird it is to film a class and then it's gone. It's the first time I haven't pressed record properly on the iPhone technology. Good. So when you're done dancing, come to a nice spot. If you like that, play your favorite song after this and dance around your house or wherever you are, your campground, or at your friend's house or wherever you're staying right now. Find your breath. Find your conscious breath. Think about the saying, as above, so below. Visualize yourself as a beautiful entity that just as much of you is above the ground, there's that much energetically below the ground. So if you are 6'4", then, I'm pointing to myself, 6'4", that's my hubby. If you're 5'4", then imagine something that's 5 feet and 4 inches long underneath the surface of the earth, like your magnetic double, keeping you balanced and grounded. For lack of a better description, the roots of the tree. Good. Let's do tree next. Vrikshasana. If you've never said that before, it's kind of a hard word to say, but honoring the ancient Sanskrit and the language that these poses are called after. They say Sanskrit, Hawaiian, certain languages are very melodic and beautiful. So English, it isn't one of them, supposedly. Right leg is the standing leg, even though it has supposedly more words than any other language put together. I guess languages we know, there's probably star languages we don't know. What is she talking about? Right leg is standing leg, left foot at the side. So find your tree, find your tree. If it wasn't for trees, we couldn't survive on Earth because trees, of course, provide oxygen in the act of photosynthesis. We, as humans, provide carbon dioxide in the form of respiration. So we breathe, they breathe. They make us oxygen and we breathe it. We make carbon dioxide and they breathe it. Add some sunshine, add some sugars, and you've got the full equation. So your tree pose is kind of cool because this is where you get to experience humility and humbleness of, wow, if it wasn't for trees, if it wasn't for the earth, I couldn't do this. So find your tree, toes on the floor, foot at the calf, avoid the knee. If you go up, contract your thigh, push it into foot, foot into thigh, and find your balance. Find your gaze, look at something not moving, and today I'd love for you to try a humble tree, where you close your eyes for perhaps even just a split second. Ringa bunga bunga. So notice what happens when you close your eyes. Maybe you're also trying to teach a yoga class and trying to maintain balance. One more breath. Good. And then when you're ready, release your arms, open your eyes if you haven't already, and then come off of that foot. Let's do the other side. Left leg is standing leg. Right foot now at the side. So toes on the floor. Keep your breath going. Toes or foot on the calf. Fits so nicely around that beautiful calf muscle. And then if you come up, avoid the knee. So again, every day is different. You're like, yeah, I had tree down for like 6 months and now I can't even bring my foot anywhere. No comparison. One of my favorite Osho cards on comparison is the mighty oak and the beautiful bamboo. And they're both totally different. And they cannot be compared to one another. One more breath. Humble tree now. If you've thought about moving your arms, you can do that. See if it's available to hold for 1 minute, for 1 second, for 1 breath with your eyes closed in tree. Excellent. And then we'll release your feet, release your hands, shake out both sides. We're going to do dancer now, Nataraj Asana. So thinking about dancing around, usually the vibration of music, singing can make us feel a lot better. I just blared my favorite metaphysical song before this class to put me in a really good mood. I taught the best class I've ever taught and I didn't record it. Oh well. Right leg is standing leg. So Nataraj. Can we say that? Nataraj. Nataraj Asana is the dancer pose. Right leg will be standing leg. If it's your first time or you're doing it, you're not quite stable, have a wall that you can balance on. So we bring our left foot up. I'm going to demonstrate this way so you can see what I'm doing. Left foot up, and we take our hand, and instead of holding outside, we hold the inside of the foot. Take your right arm up, nice tall spine, engage your core, look at something not moving. I always press into the big toe mound for the reflexology point, and then we're going to gently tip into forward fold. Bring your right hand forward, your left foot back. Try not to fling your knee out to the side. Good. And for a moment, you might have noticed this gorgeous Om symbol in the ink of my shirt, made with crystals. One more breath. I'll show you from the side. And if you're leaning forwards, you've got that nice wall to lean on. So remember, knee is in, and we can always work on bringing that foot up into a nice back bend behind us. Take your time. Start to stand back up with control, ease, grace. Release that left foot, release your right arm, and let's do the other side. Left leg, standing leg, nice strong stance, and then right foot. Make sure you're balanced, comfortable. Right foot comes up and you're going to take your right foot into your hand. So same thing, I move my hand to the inside of my foot. As a reflexology lady, I press my big toe mound because I know that that relates to oxytocin and the pituitary, and it's going to make me feel good. Left arm up, nice tall spine, and this might be your pose today. Exhale, lean forwards. Your back leg might come up behind you. You reach, and maybe there's a wall that you put your hand on. Good. This is a big barrel rim made by my dear friend, Nikki. She's a welder. She makes functional, beautiful art, but she also makes hearts for me, so I can help you feel and sense your soul. Last breath, wherever you are, try not to fling the knee open to the right. As I do that, I fall, and that's good. It's good for you guys, all my people, to see me fall, because we all fall, and it's normal. Come back to center, nice tall spine, release down, bring your foot down, and then a little hand ankle shake on each side. So let's finish off shaking our tree today. Shake our tree. So remember, when you shake your body, it's very difficult for it to hold stress. It has a new vibration. We're imagining the chi, the energy of our body, just vibrating really happily with these big, deep breaths. Perhaps we're going to take a thermal shower, hot, cold, end with cold. Perhaps you try a little Wim Hof breathing. I always love the expression about yoga, that yoga gives something back. Maybe you go for a really hard run and you feel like you've had a really hard run and you're still really upset. Maybe yoga tends to give back. So smile as well. We can't feel stress when we're smiling. It's very difficult. And this is hopefully going to bring you into a place of feeling good. Last little second, shake it out, shake it out. Go play some fun music today and dance around. Let's make our way down to the mat. We're going to find ourselves arriving in a comfortable position. Come to your easy pose, your sukha, your sukhasana. Make sure you feel really supported here. You can bring your sitting bones back. And we'll finish off with just a couple of moments of meditation on Soul Star Chakra. So visualizing the spine, nice long smooth breath, big inhale and exhale. And then we're going to bring an awareness into our heart of something that might symbolize our soul. So it could be a puppy named Finn. It could be a puppy named Puka. Could be a puppy named Puka. It could be a flower. It could be your favorite meal. It could be your grandmother's wooden cooking spoon that you watched her make hundreds of meals with, and now you get to stir. Think about the soul. Think about our immortal nature. So with a couple more breaths, visualizing your spine as this beautiful column of light with 7 glowing chakras, sometimes 8 if you add the extra one in the belly, but the 7 beautiful energy lines along the belly, along the body, pardon me. And at the crown of the head, we have another chakra, our crown. Then we've got our causal, our moon chakra, and above that, soul chakra. So that's you, your soul, and everything else mixed together. It's a high chakra, it has a high frequency, and we don't just attain it by just snapping our fingers. We have to get pretty calm. If we've got a lot of stimulus, a lot of devices, a lot of electromagnetic stuff plugged in, we're not going to sense our soul star chakra as easily. So let's ask today, we're just going to do a little moment of request that we feel or sense our soul today in some way, shape, or form. Maybe we get a definition for it, maybe we write something out. And a reminder in the Buddhist path that we might just get the tiniest glimpse of our soul every day. Every night when we sleep, it's not something that's just a waterfall or flood of energy constantly. So thank you for your time and energy. Bring your hands to your heart if you haven't already. And we'll tune in to our final little meditation and prayer. So bow the head if it feels right. We dedicate the merits of our practice to all sentient beings. May all beings relieved of their suffering, and may we dwell together with great fruitfulness and harmony. The light in me greatly honors and sees the light in you. Namaste. I wanted to teach you one other way to say Namaste, and in the Sikh language, it is Sat Sri Akal. Sat Sri Akal. One more time, Sat Sri Akal. The light in me greatly honors and sees the light in you. Aloha, Amrita, Ambrosia. All words that mean immortality. As the puppy chews my cue cards. Have the best day ever. I love you. Hope to see you tomorrow too. Day 26. We're done.